The government shutdown continues, and the rhetoric and conjecture doesn't make a lot of sense. These are your daily tax. With 60 votes needed to pass a funding bill in the Senate, the Democrats have their heels dug in. As such, the government is at a standstill, with everything that the Democrats are proposing being shot down by the Republican legislature. Chief to the discussions at hand are Affordable Care Act tax credits, which are set to expire next year. Democrats want to extend them now. Mike Johnson and the Republicans in the House say they have nothing to discuss, as their plan would keep the government open at current levels and defer judgment on tax credits down the line. Senate Republicans have echoed this, saying that they don't really want to deal with this issue until it's due to be dealt with. But for the Democrats, there is no assurity or guarantee that this issue will be dealt with down the line, and this is their opportunity to provide goods and services for the people at hand, namely in the form of healthcare. And they aren't the only ones who feel this way. Republican Josh Hawley out of Missouri had this to say, quote, "We've got to do something to make sure the premiums don't essentially double, which they will in my state. We can't just allow that," meaning the credits to expire, "to happen." He continued saying, "That's a lot of Missourians that will not be able to afford health care, so we have to do something about it." Meanwhile, Senate Majority Leader John Thune is adamant that they won't open the government back up until they can defer these talks down the line. Thune said, quote, "I understand the predicament, but we've got to get the government opened or else we can't get anything else done around here." Thune continued to say about the care credits, "I don't think it's absolutely a bad policy. That doesn't mean it can't be reformed or fixed. It can, but we can't get to that conversation until we get the government back in place." So, on the one hand, you have the Democrats who are withholding their votes to fund the government, causing it to shut down. Their rationale is to extend Affordable Care Act tax credits to people to make sure their premiums are affordable. And senators and House members of the Republican Party agree with that, including Josh Hawley and John Thune. But, at the same time, the Republicans want to defer this measure down the line so that they don't have to vote on it right away, effectively deferring the responsibility of making a decision onto the next Congress or the next person who might be in their seat. Meanwhile, the Republicans are using this opportunity to say that the Democrats are the ones who are keeping the government closed, which is a bit hypocritical considering that the very thing that they are trying to assure that they can vote on and fund within the next government cycle is something that the Republicans themselves seem to agree with. It's likely that the Republican Party feels like the political clout they can gain by withholding this measure is more beneficial than actually providing health care subsidies to Americans. We'll keep you updated as this news story rolls on, here on Daily Tax.